Hello and welcome to today's episode of Focus Atlanta. I am your host, Keisha Lance Lynn. Thanks so much for tuning in with us this Sunday afternoon. In our first segment, we're going to have a very special guest. We love to have Dr. Ken Redcross on the show to help us out with all of our medical questions. And today, we're discussing blood sugar. Thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me back. And hello, Atlanta.
You always give us such great information in terms of how to live our best lives. Today, let's talk a little bit about the dangers of high blood sugar.
Yeah, look, so this is important, everyone. You'll hear this a lot. Look, these are sugary times we're living in. We had Halloween, Thanksgiving, and now we have Christmas coming up. So this is a time to really understand what is your relationship with sugar, because it's so important to have that balance, Keisha.
And, you know, it's difficult, right? Especially, like you said, this time of year, because things that we don't even think about have sugar in them. You know, all those breads and all those, you know, pie crust, those kind of things.
Exactly.
How do we keep it at the forefront of our mind?
No, so number one is I want everyone, especially during this time, to recognize some of those warning signs. Look, we have 90 million of you out there watching and listening that don't even know your blood sugar is elevated. So what should we look at? We should look at fatigue, increased urination, increased thirst, blurred vision. These are symptoms that we can't just blow off. And I want to make sure that today everyone's kind of thinking, you know, the doc may have a point. Maybe I need to see if that's my sugar.
Oh my goodness, you've already touched on a few that I hadn't even really attributed to, you know, sugar. I think that, you know, if somebody has, you know, blurry vision or whatever, they don't think about their blood sugar being high, but that's really important.
You know, it is. And lots of times we, once again, blow these things off. Even frequent urination. My women will say, well, maybe it's just a urinary tract infection. Or my guys will say, maybe it's just my prostate. But this is the time, as we're talking during this holiday season, see if it is in fact your blood sugar. The good thing is we can control blood sugar issues. That's the blessing of it all. We can do a lot of things that are closer to the earth to really help deal with our blood sugar.
So what should we tell our physician when we go in and to see them? You know, again, like you said, you think that, you know, if you're a guy, it might be your prostate, it might not. Yep. You know, are you just discussing, you know, how frequently you're going to the restroom? What are you discussing when you get to the doctor office?
So, Keisha, I'm glad you mentioned that, because it's not just frequent urination. It tends to be frequent urination at night. We call that nocturia. That's not normal, but sometimes you see that kind of after eating and your blood sugar levels are up. So that's something that you really have to talk to your doctor about.
Well, speaking of talking to our doctors, where can we keep in touch with you? Where can we follow up with you to ask these kind of questions and to kind of follow your, you know, you have a history of providing these type of tips and on social media, on your website. Where can we go?
Absolutely, everyone. So the other thing, I just want you to make sure of other things. Don't forget the importance of exercise. Don't forget the importance of some things that I say that are closer to the earth that can help, such as berberine, which is a wonderful supplement that can help, and where you get it from. I go to Healthy Directions in particular because you want to get the right dose. So please reach out. Let's talk about some of these things. You can say hello at drkenredcross.com, and we can talk about a lot of good things to make sure that we stop before we get you in any harm's way.
Thank you so much for always coming on the show and providing these quick ways to help us to stay in the best health possible. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you for having me on, and I appreciate all of you as well. So stay healthy.
Thanks so much. All right, guys, you have heard it from Dr. Redcross. Please take the opportunity to go to all of his social media handles or his website to learn a little bit more, get these type of tips. He just wants you to be as healthy as possible, even during this crazy holiday season. Stay tuned for more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.